Hey there, welcome back to Garage Door Guidance. In today's video, I want to show you guys how to repair a situation like we've got here. This is something you can check your current garage door for and possibly prevent something a little more serious. But as of right now, what we've got is where my garage door opener is attached to the door. You can see a little indentation right there, but basically all of that is bending as this door goes up and down. So I'm gonna go ahead and detach this. I wanted to get you guys a close-up here. Obviously dented pretty good by now, but again, you can check your garage door currently, but I'll show you guys how to fix this situation. So on a door like this, we should have put a full-length operator bracket. Instead, we had just put the small one, but it gives me a good reason to make this video. Essentially, it's just one of these full-length operator brackets. The one I've got here has a little hinge at the bottom. I'll link one like this in the description below. Essentially, this is going to go in place of that, and that will fix our issue and should prevent it from getting any worse in the future as well. This is an adjustable one, which is what I'd recommend unless you know the exact size of your panel, which you can measure it out. But this one will allow me to, you know, if you got a 24-inch section or an 18-inch section, this will actually fit perfectly for that case if you don't know. So this will be my operator bracket here at 21 inches. Obviously this one's gonna be extended a little further because of the hinge. So I went ahead and put my my nuts and bolts and I tightened this down. There's space for an extra one if I wanted to, but 4 is plenty here to hold this down. And now we will put this up. First thing I'm gonna do is release the garage door opener. That's just by pulling the red cord. There's this guy right here, it's just a little cotter pin. Remove that. Obviously it may vary from door to door, but that's typically the process. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna be removing my hinge, this old operator bracket, and the 2 screws up top. There's already a hairline crack forming here, so again, it's something you may want to check for. At this point, once it's already dented and the crack is formed, there's not a whole lot to do to fix it. But what we're doing here is putting this operator bracket to prevent that from getting any worse. 2 more right up here. So just so you can see it's a little loose, so now I should be able to slide my operator bracket right underneath that. You may need some self-tapping screws for this. I'll link that down in the description below. Self-tapping screws are just these with the little tap in the head, and that'll help to drill new holes if you need to, which you very well may need to. But again, get your operator bracket. We're gonna put it right about here, and again, we're just gonna lift this guy up and slide your operator bracket underneath. So once you have this right about here, you can lightly put a screw in because you may need to shift this up and down a notch, so you can see how there's space for these to move. So I'll put 1 screw here just to kind of keep it there just in case. So let me just show you guys, you want to make sure that this isn't going to overlap onto this panel, and the hinge portion here doesn't overlap onto the top, and so you kind of want to line that up, which, as you could tell, my holes are pretty lined up. Usually in these spots on these garage doors, there are little steel plates, and that's why these points don't wear like we did get up on the top there. Over here, you could put a screw here, but again, there's no steel plate back there to actually really hold. You do have one, I think, right about here, but most importantly, you have the plate up here as well. So what we're gonna do is put 3 down in the hinge portion here. So well, obviously 1 here and there. We'll go up, put a screw here, and we're gonna need to get 2 up into here as well. So that will go through the strut support, our operator bracket, and into the panel. Same thing here. And so those self-tappers are really necessary for that part. So let me go ahead and screw all this in. now, as you can tell, when our garage door opener will be pulling at this point, all of that force will be kind of spread out all along the panel, and we shouldn't have that issue anymore. Just real quick, 3 down here, 2 through the bottom. You got 1 into the existing operator bracket hole. That one was relatively strong. That one was holding better than the bottom. I think it taps into a plate here, and then we just got these 2 guys here. So we do have a couple more things to do. First off, bring back your garage door opener arm to this point here. And you do have 2 options in terms of where to reattach it. So for me, it's lining up on the first one. If your bar is longer, you may need to use the second one. So you could adjust that opener arm as well to make it longer or shorter to fit in these areas. Mine fits right into that first slot. So we'll go ahead and attach that. Put it through. You should have gotten a longer cotter pin here to use. So just put that through. Put your pin in. One last step here, because sometimes it doesn't align perfectly. You may need to reprogram your garage door opener limits. So again, mine does line up in the same exact spot, but what I'll do is show you guys how I would go about reprogramming my garage door opener limits. If you have the same one, fantastic. If you don't, you may need to check how to adjust the limit settings on your particular garage door opener. So just to show you guys how to program or reprogram the limits on your garage door opener, I'll show you guys here on mine. I'll put a side screen here with this shot as well. But basically we're just gonna set the up and the down as well as the force settings. So you go over to the back of your garage door opener or the side in some cases, but you press and hold this little rectangle until your up arrow is flashing. Once it is flashing, you bring your door open by holding it to where, just press and hold it till you get towards the top, and you can let go and just kind of jiggle it around to get it to where you actually want it to be. Towards the top, just let go. Bounce it around. To set it in that position, you press and hold the rectangle again. Flash, now down arrow is flashing. We're going to press and hold this to bring it to our closed position. So on mine here, I'm going to set it to just a smidge above the fully closed position. Some of the older ones overcompensate, and so what I'm going to do is set it about 1 inch or 2 actually above the fully closed position, and I'll set it there again because it will overcompensate and shut it completely, whereas if you set it exactly in that position, it may just kind of crush it. It may just push a little too hard. So now your up arrow will be flashing, and that's to set the force. So you just push it. This is just setting your force against the electronic. It'll go up to where you set it, and now it's the down will be flashing, so we press the down. This should go back to where you set the down position. Again, it'll overcompensate. If I set it a little bit higher, this should close fully. And that should be all you need to do in order to repair this kind of issue. And again, if you ignore this for too long, that may just rip out completely, may even damage your top panel to where you need more repair work. And once again, I will link that adjustable operator bracket. It may be slightly different, but it's the same concept, same install. If you have any questions, obviously throw them in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Thanks for watching, and I hope this did help you. We'll see you guys next time.